What's going on, guys? Marcus from Wall Street Assassins back at it again with another video. And COVID is scaring the market once again. There's a new COVID strain in Africa, and it's basically scaring the overall market. And the overall market has basically pulled back significantly. We can see that this is the SPY on the 180-day 4-hour chart. You can see monster red, massive selling from those 470 price points. We're sitting around like 456 right now. And are we really shocked that the market is basically having a pullback? To be honest, probably me and my team, we're not really too shocked. The overall market has been overbought for some time. If we were looking at the RSI, you can see the RSI is saying that the stock market or the S&P 500 has been basically very overbought. And we were basically pushed up and been going sideways for some time. We had some key resistance between 473 and we had some key support around 465. And we haven't been really making any advancements, right? So this pullback, I feel like, is very necessary to present a possible dip buy opportunity for many stocks. So I think some of you guys should be very excited. Not that there's a new COVID variant, but that the market is basically having a pullback after sitting on some highs. This presents a very good time to possibly dip buy and buy a lot of good companies for a possible upside. Going into Monday, we don't know what's going to happen. Going into Monday, we're talking in the weekend right now, but going into Monday, we want to watch to see how this COVID variant is going to affect the overall market and see what's going to overall happen. Right now, we are oversold. We found some type of support over here at 456.70. We could come back down and test like 454. You can see this area was a previous support. If we want to get bullish in the overall market, I think we need to get at least above at least 464 before we can start pushing back up towards the 470 marks. 470 area. Looking at a few other stocks, we want to kind of focus on tech, especially going into the December season. A lot of these companies are going to be taking off, especially since they're oversold. So we want to talk about companies like Apple. Apple's getting more on the oversold side. You can see Apple has been running up pretty nicely before this whole news came out. We made a high of 165, got very overbought. We can see that we're basically having a pullback right now, sitting on a previous support level at 156, which was support back in September. So definitely want to watch to see how Apple is going to act, especially since a lot of people should be buying some phones and stuff like that, new Apple Watches going into the Christmas season. So want to watch Apple for a break above 159. I think once we break 159, we can retest this area of 161, which was a previous resistance before, and we could possibly go up higher. If we continue to fall, watch for the break of 156, and then we could possibly start getting down towards 154, which was previous resistance. We could see this flat spot over here and a flat spot over here, and then we could possibly come down. Our side does have a little bit more room to travel, so definitely want to keep that in mind on Apple and wait for confirmation for that possible uptrend. Next one we want to talk about is Amazon. Amazon, nice pullback on this one. This stock was basically very overbought before this news came out. You can see we're basically trading around 3,725, basically pulled back down towards 3,494. RSI has a little bit more room to travel. Maybe we might sink down a little bit more from the break of that 3,494. Maybe we could get down towards 3,450. Watch out for that. But if we start to recover, I'm going to be watching for the break of 3,558, and then we can start pushing up towards 3,600 and maybe even higher from there, especially the holiday season. A lot of people are going to be watching Amazon. A lot of people are going to be making their purchases on Amazon. That next day shipping does come in handy. So definitely want to keep Amazon on the watch. Next one I want to talk about is Tesla. So Tesla basically has been kind of choppy lately. We can see we hit that 1250. It came back down. Elon selling shares, and we hit 1,000, bounced off 1,000 like 3 times over here, and we kind of bounced up, went towards that 1,200 over here, and we basically start to pull back down with the overall market. So definitely want to watch to see how Tesla is going to react over here. I think Tesla needs to get above at least 1,100. And we could start pushing up towards 1133, maybe even test that 1200 area. I think Tesla is getting oversold, but we have to wait for confirmation above that 1100 area, at least above 1110, so we could start basically having confidence of more of an upward trend. If not, I think Tesla breaks 1060 and we could retest the 180-day SMA at around 1000 again. Of course, since COVID is around, we want to keep our eyes on a few of these basically vaccine names, right? One stock we want to look at over here is Moderna. Massive run up on Moderna. Moderna wasn't even really looking too well. We can see that it's been basically on a descending pattern. Basically, we've been having a nice drop from those 300 areas, made a low of like 220, 218. And off of this news alone, we've basically been having a nice uptrend on Moderna. I actually been calling out Moderna in our chat room for a possible dip buy after the earnings. Over here, we can see it took a drop. It was very oversold. I told my students to get 3 months out on this company. And you can see that this stock is basically taking off right now. It is very overbought, so we want to be cautious, especially around this 350 area, this 354 area. This area has been major resistance before. So I think we need to get above it before we can start pushing up towards at least from 350 up towards those 380 zones. But it is more on the overbought side, so we want to be cautious for this one. I think the run up has already happened. If you're looking for a fresh position, I would possibly wait for a pullback on this one. If we look at over here on the 20-day, you can see that if it breaks the moving average at 327, we could possibly have more downside, especially looking at the RSI over here. Next one and last one I want to talk about is Pfizer. So looking at Pfizer had a massive run up, basically shot up from $50 to $54, which is a big move for Pfizer. So looking at Pfizer over here, kind of like Moderna, very overbought. Some of the move already happened, but if there's more fear and some outbreaks in COVID, these are going to be the names you guys want to watch, because you can see the reaction already that the stocks are getting. Preferably, I would love to see a pullback on these stocks. Make sure have them come down, retest that 52, and then once the RSI kind of resets itself, we could possibly look for a long position on the break of 54 or 55 towards that 56 area. So that's going to be it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys leave a like and comment what stocks are you guys watching for this week, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.